the fact that you've been able to collaborate with other musicians through the video platform. When you get together with these musicians after not doing it on a regular basis, how does it make you feel? And also, it's a much smaller setting because you're used to the large orchestra setting where you're sitting next to numerous, right, strings.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Well, again, during this closure, I was just really fortunate to play music with other people in smaller chamber settings through the Met and through this festival up in Connecticut called Charles Ives Music Festival. And then with my sister in Dallas, and then at home, and just participating in some recording sessions as well as making virtual compilations of videos here and there. I've made 2 videos for the Montclair Orchestra and this Brandenburg Concerto #2 with several friends from all over the world, just everyone representing some of the country's foremost orchestras. And then and I've made duet videos with my friend who plays the piccolo in the Philly Orchestra. Her name's Erica. And I've also made a video with a composer who was playing her piece, Amanda Harburg, and we collaborated with a dancer that I know from school, and we dedicated it to Breonna Taylor. And yeah, so just a bunch of video things. And then in person, I just played a chamber concert with my Met colleagues on a new virtual platform called the Met Orchestra Spotlight Series. And we get to be in the spotlight rather than in the pit, as you said. So people have this opportunity to get to know us and our playing and to see our faces. So I think that this concert series with the smaller ensembles is really great. And it will only help us to get closer in connection with our audiences. And after watching our show, one of my friends told me that this was, one of the first things that he's seen where he thought this should keep going, even after we can gather in person again. So this series, I think, is very compelling because it highlights the orchestra in a different light and in a way that it usually isn't. And I think it's really special because it's so personal and it's kind of eclectic in the kinds of music that's programmed. So it's definitely filling a need. And I'm really grateful to play in these smaller settings because the smaller ensembles definitely give way for more of an intimate space and setting in which we can really contribute our own interpretations of the music and engage with our colleagues. Come prepared with compelling music views that may either be reinforced or challenged. And that's what makes this special teamwork, in a sense, so gratifying. And it's a privilege to play music with people that in any setting, but so it's just different. It's nice to be able to hear my colleagues' voices. Chamber music is just something that I've loved ever since playing when I was a little kid. And so listening to me is one of the most important skills that we develop as musicians. And so chamber music, being able to play it requires me to listen expansively, both as a performer and as an audience member, and to listen to the music in totality beyond my own part. So I love playing chamber music because it pushes me to contribute fully as a musician and requires me to come to the rehearsals with complete understanding of the work and a compelling musical view.
As an audience member, I think chamber music is special because also less intimidating. It kind of makes me pay attention to everyone playing and the music itself. And so if I have any questions, I can feel free to kind of stay and ask questions or talk or just feel more involved. Whereas when you're in a big orchestra setting, it's like, boom, I mean, it's great.
Yeah, there are just too many people. People involved. So I completely understand what you're saying. And it's actually really cool for me to hear from the audience's side what comes across and what doesn't. So this is really interesting for me as well.
Well, hopefully there'll be more even after beyond, this new world.
Yeah, I hope they keep the chamber music thing for the Met because
I think
we're under the pit all the time.
I know.
So you never get to see our faces unless we do these interviews.
No one sees your faces.
Yeah, so it's nice to come out from the ground once in a while.
And it'll happen. Let's hope so.